My name is Iconola. I'm CEO of Iconola, and you're watching Tailor Tales with Prime.
Show the sideways, smack it in the air. Legs move it side to side, smack it in the air. Legs move it side to side, smack it in the air. Show the sideways, smack it in the air. Smack it in the air. Legs move it side to side, smack it in the air. Smack it in the air. Way your hands, I do, I put it in the air. Way your hands, I do, I put it in the air.
I'm the third of 4 children. I grew up in Ibadan, a very loving home, both my parents in. I've always loved fashion. I think I'm one of those kids that always sketched and always drew till I'm an illustrator by background. I studied fashion. I think that I grew up in a not so conventional home, so there was no pressure to do anything but what I wanted to do. Obviously, I think when you start school and you want to read petroleum engineering like I did, and then you say you want to switch to do something else, there were a few raised eyebrows, but my passion for what I do, I think, is stronger, and it's always been something that shows. I had sketches all over my textbooks, so I just figured not waste time. Just do what you always want to do, and I did it. Iconola is basically a brand that does ready-to-wear fashion for women, and the journey so far has been beautifully tedious, is what I would say. Obviously, the Nigerian business, infrastructure, and now economy has always been something that's been of question. But we're pulling through because I really think I'm onto something. It's been a journey of about 13 years, and it hasn't been easy all the way, but I'll be honest to say it hasn't been hard all the way as well. And the perks are amazing because I get to see people that I don't even know wear my clothes. Doing a ready-to-wear business has its ups and downs, but more ups than downs. A major challenge has been, to be honest, I'd say building the brand. I think that the idea that you could come into a store and buy things off the rack was the major thing, because that's what the brand really is about. Having to explain to people, especially in the beginning, why do you have so many pieces of the same thing? Are you sure the sizing is on point? But you know, I've always said something, if your product speaks for itself, then it means you're doing everything right, and the business is primarily about the product. So that's where my passion lies, and honestly, that's where I put most of my energy. My thoughts about the Nigerian fashion industry is that we don't really have one. I would normally say a lot of controversial things, but to be honest, I feel like we don't have one because we're trying to grow one. Everything that we're doing in terms of fashion, I think it's in the very early stages. We need to do it a lot more. We're trying to obviously solidify the markets before you can sell different products. A lot of Nigerians are not really buying into the Buy Nigeria as well. I mean, things have gotten better over the past few years, but it's basically just really catching on. So until 100% of us are buying only Nigerian products, at least to a degree, before we can, you know, brag and say that we have solidified the industry. What to expect from Iconola within the next few years? Brand growth, brand popularity, expansion of product, expansion of the product base. And when I say things like that, so hopefully we can branch out to doing more than women's wear, menswear, kids wear. It should be a brand, like I've always said, that is on everybody's lips and on everybody's backs. My advice for anyone coming into the fashion industry is first and foremost, find out where you fit in. Most of the time, everybody wants to be a business owner or the designer, while there's styling, there's merchandise buying, there's visual display, there's so many different areas. There's assembly, there's production. So it's not everybody that fits into, would I say, maybe a managerial role. Some people are perfect at sales. If you're trying to start a business, you have to make sure that you know how to do every angle of the business as well, and be as strong as you can be. It's a tough business like any business, and you have to put in the work. We chose Ankara because it's very high in demand and a lot of people like it. It's wearable. I think it's the next thing in fashion. It's also sells our heritage. We go through different processes in order to sell to the end user. It starts by picking fabrics in the market, which the factory producer would do all of that. They work with blocks, which we made pre-hand, and it gets shipped to Lagos from the factory. Fashion is my life. Fashion means everything to me. Apart from my kids, there's nothing I feel more passionate about more than fashion. I've built my life and my business, and I enjoy making people beautiful. Thanks for watching this episode of Tailor Tales with me. My name is Olamide Agunloye, CEO of Iconola, and you're watching Tailor Tales with Prime.